Welcome again. Domain Dave from CheapWineFinder.com with another companion podcast for a wine we wrote up on the CheapWineFinder.com website. That's what we do. We look for quality, value, price wines. We talk about them. We tell you about them. I'll go through this again for those who don't know. If I've heard this before, bear with me. Back when we started 15 years ago, cheap wine was a internet slang. It meant like cheap airfare, cheap hotel, cheap big screen TV. You wanted the best for the best for the least, and that works with wine, where you want the best wine you can for the most affordable price, and that's what we have today. We have the Z. Alexander Brown Uncaged Proprietary Red Blend 2020. Z. Alexander Brown is Zac Brown from the Zac Brown Band. I actually wasn't familiar with his music. I bought it because the label has an owl on it. So you can buy wine by the cover. But after Jimmy Buffett passed away on the internet, on YouTube, there was Zac Brown and Jimmy Buffett doing a Pirate Looks at 40. And it was pretty good. So I said, okay, Zac, I don't know who you are, but I kind of like your music now. And every celebrity who has a line of wine that's affordable, they don't make their best fans go out and spend $200 for some wine they probably don't even want. So like Dave Matthews Band has the Dreaming Tree line, which has been good for like 10 years. And this is my first experience with the Z. Alexander Brown Uncaged Proprietary Red Blend. But I'm pretty happy with it. It's in my mind, it's a cold weather wine. This is it's a big, full-bodied blend. They say proprietary blend means that the winemaker ain't telling you what's in there. It's kind of like his own secret sauce. And but I checked online, and they're talking about Zinfandel and Petit Sirah and maybe Syrah. All grapes that go together well. I don't know what else is in there. And it doesn't necessarily taste like the same old red blend, but it tastes like something very familiar. I'm going to take a sip. It's a rich blend. It's got some toasted oak. It's got mocha coffee. It's got chocolate. It's got vanilla. It's got blackberry, dried strawberry. It's got a lot of flavors. It's got a little bit of depth to it. It's got some smoke on the nose. Yeah, it's a nice little wine. It's made in collaboration with the winemaker for Delicado Family Vineyards. They're gnarly head wines, so they have a whole bunch of wines. They have their clone wines with a number on it. They bought Coppola. They have vineyards in Napa. They have vineyards in Central Coast, a lot of Monterey. Yeah, they're big time. So this is, and they're from Lodi. They're like fifth generation family from Lodi. A lot of these Lodi wineries bought the land, or at least the original family bought the land in the 1800s for 50 cents an acre, which is why they can come up with some pretty nicely priced wines. Which is why I should never. And this one says California on the label, but I do imagine there's some Lodi in there just because that's what Delicado's known for, and plus they bought Coppola, so there's going to be Sonoma, and there's going to be some Central Coast in there too. The tasting notes said the winemaker visited every section where the grapes were grown for this wine on a regular basis, so they wasn't too far apart. Unless he puts a lot of miles on his car, which he could do. But this is Zac Brown with Delicado. Zac actually is one of the two tasters for the final blend. The winemaker and he get together, and they take all the different lots that they did. They blended the wine in some in American oak, some in French oak. And they sit down and they start tasting the stuff and put it together. And he's actually there. This isn't just take my name, because he didn't take his name, put his name is, he's known as Zac Brown. He puts Alexander in there instead, Z Alexander. So, this is, if you're a fan of the music, this is a nice, affordable winter, pair it with comfort food. This is hamburgers. Actually, a steak would be fine too. But it's this big, juicy, full-bodied, kind of delicious red wine. I mean, it's just easy to drink. Easy to drink's a compliment. I mean, there's a time where, easy to drink. It can't be any good. No, easy to drink is what it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's a big red wine. I think I found it for $12. What's there not to like? And like I said, the bottle weighs a ton. The blend is delicious. Label looks cool. And you can probably put on some good music to listen to while you drink it. So that's kind of a nice experience. So there you go. So the Z Alexander Brown Uncaged Proprietary Red Blend 2020. This is Domain Dave from cheapwinefighter.com. Like us or you like your podcast, if you will, or if you don't, thanks for listening. And I'll come up with something next week. I think the fall wines are out. In the summertime, they don't ship wine. And then the fall wines should be coming, because it was kind of bleak there for a while. No new wines. So I'll be coming back in a few days to talk to you again. And thanks for being with me and listen. Adios. Goodbye. Keep it cheap.